Long ago, in a quiet African village, there lived a poor hunter named Okafor. Every day, he walked deep into the forest with hope in his heart, but he always came back empty-handed. The sun burned his back, yet he kept trying because hunger lived in his home. One morning, when Okafor checked his trap, he saw something strange. Inside the wooden trap lay a big green snake, its body twisting and shining under the sun. For the first time, the hunter smiled, thinking the gods had blessed him with food for his family. Okafor carried the snake home and gave it to his wife Ngozi. "Cook this, my love," he said softly. "Tonight, we will eat well." He did not know that killing a snake was forbidden in their land, a secret he was never told. That evening, the smell of the food filled their small clay hut. Okafor, Ngozi, and their little daughter Amara sat together, laughing and eating the meat of the snake. For the first time in a long time, their hearts felt light and happy. They did not know that joy would soon turn to sorrow. The next day, word spread like wildfire. The people shouted in anger, "They have killed a sacred snake," they cried. The village gathered in the square, faces hard with rage. The drum of judgment began to beat. The king spoke with a cold voice. "They have broken our sacred law." Before Okafor could speak, his wife and daughter were taken away. Their cries echoed through the air as they faced their punishment. Okafor fell to his knees, tears flowing like rain, as his world was destroyed before his own eyes. With nothing left, Okafor walked into the wilderness. The forest was silent. He had no food, no friends, no home. Every step he took carried the weight of pain and regret. The birds sang sadly as if they were mourning with him. After many months, he reached another village. There, a kind woman named Chiamaka found him weak and tired. She gave him food and shelter, and slowly his heart began to heal. In time, they had a son and named him Obinna, the child of hope. Obinna grew strong and fearless. He trained with the village warriors, learning to hunt, to fight, and to protect. People spoke of his courage and wisdom. His father watched with pride, though his heart still carried the pain of the past. Far away in the land that once banished Okafor, darkness fell again. The king and the elders died. The rivers dried up, and the crops turned brown. The people were afraid. They said the land was cursed. They went to the oracle, trembling with fear. The oracle spoke in a deep voice. "The curse is heavy because of sin. The only one who can heal this land is the son of Okafor, the man you banished long ago." The people bowed in shock and guilt. Messengers were sent to every corner of the land. After many days, they found Obinna. He stood tall with his spear in his hand, his eyes bright like fire. "Your land needs you," they said. Obinna listened quietly, then agreed to go. That night, his father told him the truth, how he had killed a snake without knowing the law, how his wife and daughters were lost. Obinna's eyes filled with tears, but he held his father's hand and said, "I will bring peace back to our name." At sunrise, Obinna began his journey. He walked through forests, crossed rivers, and climbed mountains. The wind whispered through the trees as if guiding him. His heart was strong and his spirit pure. Deep in the forest, a glowing serpent appeared before him. It was the spirit of the sacred snake. "Your father broke the law," the spirit said, "but you carry no guilt. Your courage has brought you here." Obinna bowed his head in respect. The spirit tested him with fire and fear. Flames rose around him, but Obinna did not run. He stood tall, his heart beating with bravery. When the fire faded, the spirit nodded. "You are worthy," it said softly. At the top of the mountain, under the silver moon, Obinna found the glowing healing herb. It smelled like life itself. He knelt, picked it up with care, and thanked the gods for their mercy. The wind carried his prayer far into the night. When Obinna returned to his father's village, the people fell to their knees. He placed the herb on the ground and prayed aloud for forgiveness. The earth shook gently, and green leaves began to bloom once more. But peace came with a pride. The curse demanded a life, the life of the one who brought healing. Obinna smiled sadly, knowing his time had come. "Let the land live," he whispered, before falling gently to the ground. The people wept. They buried Obinna beside his father, Okafor, under a great tree. From that day, no one ever killed a snake again. The land was healed, but the story of their sacrifice lived forever. A lesson of respect, courage, and love. If this is the first time of coming across our channel, you may not see us again unless you subscribe and turn on your notification button. Thank you for watching.